Today I bring you a review slash reaction video to Momochi's Wasa no Metsuko-san. It is a song released in the latest album Magen no Ai in the Raving Beat CD series in the Dear Vocalist franchise. Once again, thank you to Grecia Delgado for the suggestion. This is a song that I haven't reviewed so far, so this will be my very first impressions to this song, and you can expect, of course, my review to be already up somewhere on the website because this video is going to drop a bit later than the review itself. So let's check Wasa no Metsuko-san. Okay, that's aggressive right off the start. Ooh. So, Momochi is known, for those, of course, that do not know who Momochi is a character from the Dear Vocalist franchise. He's voiced by Toshiyuki Toyonaga, which is to say, the best singer among male seiyuu. And the music you are listening to is created or composed by Hon, member of Stereodive Foundation and former member of Old Codex, and actually one of my favorite music composers. So this song starts off in a really punk rockish tone, which is to say, not sounding like anything Momochi usually does. And once again, why is that? Because Momochi is the most eclectic of all vocalists in the Dear Vocalist franchise. There's no two songs that sound the same, and there are no two songs that have the same type of performance. They are known to be eclectic, and their repertoire really reflects that. There's no two songs that are the same. And Wasa no Metsuko-san starts off in a really punk rockish vibe that I really enjoy. I really like those fast-paced drums. The guitars are really fun to listen to. I'd love to play these if I ever have the time to learn how to play these. But it sounds fun so far. The bass line is massive, in case you haven't noticed, and I do love a good bass line. So let's continue to check this song. This chorus feels really good. Starting from the way he's performing, Toyonaga is really tackling this song without almost taking a breather. He's performing this really fast to match the intensity of the instrumental. Then the instrumental is really fun to listen to. It's not overbearing, it's not too aggressive, it actually leaves a lot of room for the vocals to explore. The bass line is really deep, but it works really in contrast with the guitars that are going a bit higher than usual. Then at center stage you have Toshiyuki Toyonaga, of course, with his mid-tone vocals, creating a fantastic ensemble of pure fun and chaos. I do like this about Momochi's songs. There's always a bit of chaos in the mix, and the lyrics are usually a bit weird. I would say a bit psychotic at times, but still pretty enjoyable. this song is overflowing energy, and I do love a good spark from time to time. And Wasa no Metsuko-san really is all about giving that spark. It is fast, it is intense, it is fun, it is really mindless fun, and it has those chants in the middle of the song. It is almost like a call and response situation. It will work incredibly well if this song ends up being performed live, because that demands a response. It will make you shout along, raise your fist along, and if you are the type to actually enjoy this song, really jumping up and down and going crazy, this is the type of song to go crazy, really. I do love this kind of mindless fun in punk rock, and in this performance it is heightened to a way that you can't help but want to join in. But then you have this dark twist with the muffled vocals, those low chords that are really, really rough. It shows the hidden face of Momochi. For those that have listened to the drama CDs in the Dear Vocalist franchise, you'll know that he is two-faced and is pretty much a sadistic person. A bit on the yandere side, so if you're really into those types of characters, is really interesting to that point that you can't really predict what he is going to do besides the basic, and that reflects in the way the lyrics work for him. Those are really go a bit all over the place, while still thematically they are following one theme really thoroughly. That's a good melody. That's some legato there in the endings of the words. I like the way it is sprinkled. That's interesting. A nice accent to the performance to avoid making it too linear. I do like to find some surprises on the vocal end, so this is a pretty good surprise to find. And of course, Toyanaga really goes for that melodic touch that he adds to the performance, making it sound smoother and gentler than it actually should be. だからお願いね不可能なはいらないでうまく嘘をつきなさいよねよねよね騙された私が悪い選ず口叩かないでね滅ペーパーナイフ覚悟してねこのままで逃がすわけない愛妻タクを邪魔するわ滅ドア開けて立てる私年の差でごまかせると思った遊びだったというのならもっと遊ぼうあなたごのに全部し This is where that psychotic part of Momochi that I was talking about a bit earlier shows. The way he's talking about we're going to play and it sounds a bit too dangerous, not in the good way, and that's usually something that Momochi has going on for himself. Still, out of all three songs in this album, usually the third song in the Raving Beats album is the confession song, and this one is really a weird way to confess to someone, because this is really intense. These are really a lot of emotions to gather and make sense of. It's a bit chaotic. It really is Momochi at his finest. That's a sort of confession. I don't need another woman, but still, let's play sounds a bit risky. Yes, that's my thing. Mindless fun. That's how I would describe this song. From start to finish, this is mindless fun. And I do love when a song like that appears out of nowhere, especially this was supposed to be a confessional song. You have the other vocalists going for emotional performances, almost acoustic, and then you have Momochi. Really, is one of a kind within the Dear Vocalist franchise, because why would you think this was a good way to confess or still, this is a good song, pretty entertaining, really fun to listen to. You want to chant along, you want to sing along, you want to jump along, you want to listen to more of it. You want to listen to more of it. And I do know that I will be listening to more of it because this song is really, really interesting. It is quirky in its own wholesome way, so you have that as well. And then Toshiki Toyonaga, you can tell that he was having fun, and his performance reflects that. You're really with a smile plastered on your face thanks to that performance. That's a good way to show that the artist himself was having fun, and that translates into a fun performance that puts then a smile on your face. So you have that as well. So I got to listen to Wasa no Metsuko-san. I was not expecting to listen to this song before reviewing it, written version, but when this video is out, my review is already on the website, so you can check at the Hand That Feeds HQ's official website the review. You just have to look for Veronica and Magen no Wai, and you will find this review. This, of course, Veronica is the band that Momochi fronts in the Dear Vocalist franchise. This was a fantastic suggestion, a fun song to listen to. It's really up my alley, so thank you very much to Gracia Delgado for choosing a song that I for sure loved to listen to, because it really is fun, it's unpredictable, and it makes me want to jump and sing along to it. Although I suck at singing, but I do love these kinds of songs that want to make the listener be a part of the song and participate. The chants are a good way to make that call and response reaction when you are listening to the song. You will want, as soon as you listen to that chant for the very first time, you are expecting it a second time, and when the chorus arrives again, you're already eager for that chant. Although the chant arrived at a weird measure, because sometimes I was matching the measure, sometimes I was not matching the measure. That's an interesting twist there in the beat. The chants were not in beat, which is interesting. It's a little detail that I don't want to get into too much, because time signatures are a pain in the ass to actually cover, and I'm not that knowledgeable about the theory. I'm more about the practical side. Still, really, really good performance. Fantastic entry by Momochi. He knows how to have fun and to spread the fun to others. This song, however, is far from being a confessional song in its traditional sense. it still has a confession of sorts in there. It's really characteristical of Momochi. He is really unique within the franchise. Um, and it has the fun in Toshiki Toyonaga's vocals there. And he basically delivers a top tier performance that makes me want to hear him perform more punk rock in the future. All in all, Momochi's Uwasa no Metsuko-san is a really, really fun song. Really worth your time. Everything about Dear Vocalist, or at least the CDs, the main CDs in the Dear Vocalist franchise, which is to say the Raving Beats CDs that were released in 2021, are all available on streaming platforms right now, so you can listen to Wasa no Metsuko-san right off the bat if you head over to Spotify. It is the third song in the album by Momochi. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next entry in the ongoing The Hand of His HQ's Review Advent Calendar 2021. Thank you.